It was during this era that Franklin D. Roosevelt coined the phrase, the century of the common man. Yet though by his efforts the common man had achieved more than he'd ever done before, he seemed to get little comfort from it. And even in the richest parts of the world, he often upped and said so. Perhaps it might be the century of the common man, but many uncommon men didn't see it that way. Henry Ford, for one, preferred to go on running his vast industrial empire as a kind of benevolent dictatorship, and to hell with the unions. In this, he often fell foul of the White House and was often to be seen arriving there to put his not unforthright point of view. And among the millionaires, there was another who saw salvation from internal industrial strife, not in social reform, but in God alone. John D Rockefeller.
These are days when many are discouraged. In the 93 years of my life, depressions have come and gone. Prosperity has always returned and will again. And now on this my birthday, I desire to reaffirm my belief in the fundamental principles upon which this country was founded: liberty, unselfish devotion to the common good, and belief in God.
One or two of these uncommon men manipulated wealth with such success, or failure, as to invite investigation. The scandal of Samuel Insull shook the world. But was Mr. Insull guilty of fraud according to his own lights?
I have been fighting since boyhood. My whole life has been a struggle. When I first arrived in this country 53 years ago, all I had in the world was $200 and the promise of a job as secretary to Mr. Thomas A. Edison. Today I haven't that $200 or a job either.
Amid the voices of Wall Street on the subject of international debts, that of John Foster Dulles.
Legal justification whatever for France not paying the current installment of $20 million on her debt to us. The promise to pay which she gave was unqualified and unconditional. However, there is no sheriff to collect international debts.
Yes, everyone had the answers and the right to express them. So, after Dulles, why not Benchley?
Now, what were the primary causes of the Depression, as we called it? Overproduction, maladjustments in gold distribution, overproduction, deflation, too little thyroid secretion, or Platt's disease, too much vermouth, overproduction, and by the same token, underproduction. If you will look at this chart which I have here, you will see more what I mean. Here you will see that in 1921, our trade balance was 3.9.6.4. This represented 24 million bushels of wheat, which is too much wheat. Under such circumstances, it is little wonder that people did not know whether they were coming or going.
Among the common, plenty of the uncommon. Or was it just the Depression that made them that way? For self-expression must find an outlet whatever form it takes. And one had to admit it took quite a few forms. Contact, intimate, universal. By the 30s, we'd advanced quite a long way since the Stone Age. But you often had to look hard to see just how far. Always get ahead, surpass, do better, whether it be in swimming the channel or squatting on a pole. And if there were no fields left in which to conquer, you invented one. Go west, young man.